Hey kids, I'm SugarMcguinn. I live in Seattle, Washington, and I play pop music. I played lots of different genres of music, metal, pop, country, electronic. You can use this for anything. For pop music, I like a big round tubey tone that also has punch, and that's pretty typical, 70s, 60s and 70s tube type stuff. A lot of pop is more focused in the high end with a lot of high vocals and guitar work that's sparse, so you need a big bass to fill out the bottom. Think of Thriller. This amp is actually really great. Just plugging it in, I just plugged it in and tried it out, and I was able to keep the EQ perfectly flat. It's great. Just got a really nice round tubey tone that's still punchy and not hollow, which is really important because sometimes it can get a little hollow. The power is great. There's a lot of headroom in it, and I really like that. So I've been using tube amps since the 90s, early 90s, when I could afford one, because any tube amp, any tube head is going to cost you $2,000. Doesn't matter what it is, just $2,000. So when I saw one at this price point, which is significantly less, first skeptical, because the cost has got to go somewhere. But I'm all about, if it sounds good, it does, and it sounds really great. I mean, you can't go wrong with under $1,000 for a tube head. My true test of an amp is if you can leave it flat and it sounds great, that's awesome. And you can leave this flat. I did play with the ultra low switch, which is kind of cool. It sounds great for live, especially out of these 15s, because they can handle that. But yeah, I just leave it flat. It's got the ability to shape quite a bit, but it sounds great just in the middle. It's a great classic look. The Tolex is really awesome. These handles are really cool, because most heads you get don't have these handles. They have the other side ones. It's a pain in the ass. These are awesome. I love these. And it's just a cool head. It's like all tough and leathery, and look at it. It's black sparkle. Who doesn't like black sparkle? One of the challenges of tube amps is that you have to replace the tubes. They have a lifespan, and you never really know what that's going to be, depending on the manufacturer, who made it, if there's something wrong with it. You just don't know. And I've replaced tubes before, and it can cost $800 to $1,200 depending on what amp you're using. This has a great gauge on the back. Tells you when a tube's about to fail, when it has failed. Great little lights, and if one does fail, the Infinium thing will reroute the power so that it doesn't conk out at a gig, and you can get it to a shop later. I belong to a bass forum called Talk Bass. I don't know if you can say that. And people love Bugera stuff. Across the board, people agree that the Bugera stuff sounds really great. And the price point, it's hard to argue with that kind of stuff. I'm sort of known around my circles as a bit of a bass gear junkie, and collect a lot of bass stuff and evaluate stuff and use various things. And this will give me another option to give people that want to buy tube amps but really can't afford to. So another challenging thing in the realm of amps is that it's hard to go out on a limb when you're spending a large amount of money. And so we always fall back on our tried and true brands. And Bugera is pretty new, but at this price point, it's hard to argue with that. It's a good amp.